Hey, this is Zara Lou, the Comedy Vixen, live here at LAWDIWOOD Q&A live with Bandit the Rapper.
Hey,
How you doing tonight?
I'm great. I'm great. Thank you
Ooh,
for having me
ooh,
on
all
the
that
show.
smoke coming over
All
here.
the, yeah,
I
yeah.
like it. I need the vibes. Okay, so if y'all just now tuning in, and if you're watching this, Bandit grew up in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Bandit,
Yeah.
you want to tell us a little bit about Philadelphia?
Um, Philly is a place where a lot of talent comes from. Um, a lot of musically inclined folks are here, and I'm one of them. I'm just blessed to be a part of the whole movement that's coming out of Philly.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So, based on the fact that we're still in the new year, what were two of your biggest accomplishments in 2020?
Ooh, um, I made a nice impact in the fashion industry.
Okay.
Being able to cross over from the music and doing like Fashion Week and things like that.
Hmm.
That was a good accomplishment for me. Um, Also, I released One Night in Paradise, my single that has been played nonstop on Sirius XM. Pitbull's radio station has been keeping it in a rotation. Shout out to DJ Anarchy for that. And 2021, I'm just trying to make it even bigger and better.
Okay. Awesome. So, with that being said, with 2021, what would be your breakout project for this year?
I'm gonna drop the album One Night in Paradise. I'm gonna drop my album. And I'm also working on my mixtapes. Probably be releasing those within the next few weeks. And I'm doing Fashion Week again in a few weeks. Actually, that starts like the second week of February.
Okay.
So these are just trying to get the ball rolling.
All right. So, I did my research on you. And
I'm
do
scared.
you still record like 5 songs in a day?
I
What is
do.
Bandit doing during COVID? Like,
Yeah, when I lock in the studio, I'm constantly working. Even if it's not just for myself, I'm writing for other artists and just trying to stay creative and not let the madness that's going on with the whole COVID and everybody on quarantine, not let that affect the creativity. If anything, it's actually influenced the creativity because I understand that people are home and they need entertainment. You know, you need something to watch, to listen to, and I'm gonna give you that.
all right. So I noticed you're very meticulous about your look, your brand. Do you directly spoon feed your fans on what Bandit likes from your final edits of your pictures to writing the video or everything's Bandit, right?
Every everything that has to do with the Bandit the Rapper brand, I have the final say so. I can't say that everything. I do have a team.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Mashiri. She does my PR. And but for the most part, everything is me. They might throw ideas, but I have the final say so.
Okay. So the internet sees you as Bandit the rapper as an adult. Who was Bandit back at age 13?
Age 13, I was Young Bandit. That was actually my rap name.
Oh, so you've been rapping for a long time, Bandit?
Yeah. I was doing the battle raps and all that throughout high school. Um, you know, uh, it's the same thing. I just grew as far as maturity, but as far as like the music or things of that nature, it's still the same. We
Now
just grow
tell
with it.
you said you did battle rapping. Tell me a bar that was the ultimate kill shot for anybody you went up against.
Oh man, what was it? The I rip your arms off and beat you with them. So when the cops come, they'll call it an armed robbery. Like you know what I
Oh, you was coming hard with it.
mean?
But now you trying to be a ladies man on the tracks. I got you.
um,
I like to switch up. I like to
yeah,
switch up.
you gotta switch. You can't give them just that all the time. But it's still in me. Don't get it wrong. I'm still,
Mm-hmm.
if they
I
want to
got
battle, tell them to cut the check. I battle whoever.
you. Mm-hmm. Okay. Where were you and what were you doing when you found your look? Because your look is distinctive. I could pick you out in a crowd like, where's Waldo? Like, where
Yeah,
were you?
I hear that a lot. Thank you. with the look, it was just, I look at the world as art. Aside from being a recording artist, I was, I can draw. Like I'm actually an artist. Like I can paint. So I look at everything as the world as being it's art, and I I look at everything as a white wall. Why do I want to blend in with that white wall? Why not just throw some paint at it a different color? So that's what I did. I painted, you know, changed the hair color and grew the beard, tatted up my whole body. I
Hmm.
wanted to be walking art. I am art.
I like that. Now, if you can remember, tell me the first DJ to play your music.
Wow. DJ Damage.
Okay.
DJ Damage was the first DJ to play my music. Right now, I don't know if he's currently still working over at Revolt. He was working over at Revolt. Now
Hmm.
he's over there with Jason Lee, Hollywood Unlocked, and all that. But yeah, shout out to DJ Damage. That was the very first DJ to spin a Bandit the Rapper song.
Nice. I like that. Now, in order to clear your mind and go to your happy place, I know you're smoking hookah right now. Where is your happy place? Where does Bandit like to escape for a little vacay?
um, wow, that's a nice one. I like I like down south, so I would have to say Virginia, but I also love Florida a lot. Like it doesn't even have to be Miami. I can just go to Orlando and relax and
Hmm.
catch a vibe. So I would have to say between those two. VA was like a second home to me though. Like I grew up, even though I'm from Philly, a lot of my like summers I would spend down there. So
What part of
that,
Virginia?
I was all over VA, like West VA.
Okay.
Like I was all over. So I just have love for Virginia as a whole.
All right. In West Virginia?
Yeah, I was in West Virginia. I was in
You went
Norfolk.
to Martha's Vineyard? No, I'm playing.
I was I was in Norfolk, I was everywhere.
I got you. I got you.
Shout out to
Now,
Richmond.
being that you're so creative, what's the most memorable studio experience you had and with what artist? The vibe was just there. It's just so creative.
Hmm. Wow, you got me stumped. I wasn't even ready for that question. Um, I would have to say I was working with Frank Knuckles from the Roots. He's the percussionist from the Roots, and anybody that knows anything about the Roots knows that they're just all around musicians. Like they're just their way of, what I mean, doing the music is just completely on a whole other level. I have a high respect for them, and sitting in the studio with him, and even though he wasn't a rapper, he's a percussionist and I'm doing my rap, he would actually help me with, he'd say, hey, no, do it like this. He wasn't able to rap it, but he was able to, hum it out. And I'm like, I could see the vision and it just worked out perfectly. So I would have to say that experience right there was awesome to me.
Okay, so what artist did you have the pleasure of working with? As it states, you're an artist producer, correct?
I wouldn't say just a producer. I mean, I'm a song producer. I'm not
Okay.
necessarily a producer.
I mean,
But as far as like songwriting and things of that nature, I would have to say James Knight. I like working with James Knight. He
okay.
has a good way of just recording. He goes line by line and just he's a perfectionist with it, and I loved it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. So I want you to tell me your top five creative influencers for the culture.
Hmm. I would say Kanye's in there,
Okay.
Drake.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be rappers, right? We're just saying
Could
all
be
around.
anybody that
Yeah,
influences the culture.
Kanye, Drake, Pharrell, Prince, Michael, most definitely Michael,
Okay.
and
That's five, but you can have one more.
I'm sorry, I've been drinking.
It's okay.
Chris,
I know you probably have a list of like 20 people that
yeah,
you
like
feel like are very creative influences for the culture.
I'm a strong believer in giving people flowers while they still here. So, honorable mention, I would have to say Chris Brown.
Oh, well, okay. Nice, nice, nice. So as the world begins to open up, where would you like to go perform at first?
LA.
Is there a particular venue that you're interested in hitting stage?
Doesn't matter. I just love LA.
So you're gonna bring the vibe with you, band of the rappers here.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter. It could be the smallest club, the biggest club. It doesn't matter. I'll rock out in front of a 50. It could be only 50 people out there. I'm gonna treat it like it's 500 people out there. So
Fan love, correct?
yeah, it's all about just connecting with the people.
All right. Well, what is some advice you will give your female fans before they slide into your DMs?
Don't do that. Just don't do that. That's all I would say. Don't do that. It's okay to show love and all that, but I don't want no crazy DMs. That's all. Keep it tasteful.
Okay. What's an example of tasteful?
Just keep it tasteful. You know, hey, I like the song, I like the video. You know, but anything, you know, I don't need crazy pictures, and I don't need that. I'm good.
Okay. I like that. So, what are some words of encouragement for artists that fit that they don't have a support system in music and they don't really get the feedback they need? What is something they need to know before they release their music to anybody?
One, make sure you have some set budget. Have tough skin. Understand that everything ain't for everybody. So, you know, even though people might call themselves criticizing, you know, everybody's a critic now. And even though you might put your songs to like, you know, any DJ, I don't know, DJ Drewski or somebody, and you're like, hey, can you, you know, give me some feedback? You got to take that with a grain of salt because he has his preferences. Everybody has their preferences. So, you know, you can't have like a country song and bring it to a DJ that's a rapper that does hip hop and think that he's going to be able to say, hey, I like this, because it just doesn't work that way. So just stay true to yourself. If it's something that you know that you're passionate about, put the money behind it, put your all behind it. If that's really what you're passionate about, do it.
I agree. I definitely agree. Now, this might be a trick question, but if you were to perform with live music, is there a band in particular you want to rock out with?
The Roots.
So you die hard Roots fan to this day.
I'm a diehard Philly. I'm just gonna go
home team
for the home team. Yeah, at all times. Yeah.
I got you.
They're legendary. I mean, what other band can say they played at the White House?
I understand. I remember that. I got you. Now, when you go out, what's the biggest thing you hear about you when people talk? Like, do you hear them whispering? Do they approach you? Like, what's the most important thing they say? Like, what stands out?
Of course, I get the hair colors thing. Of course, I always hear that. Oh, what color are you gonna do next, or you know, something like that. That's about it. You know, I'm very approachable. So when people come, you know, they don't feel a vibe like, you know, oh, I can't talk to them type of thing.
So we discussed you being a battle rapper. Who was your most influencer as far as you saw them battle rap and he's like, hey, I want to do it too?
My big bro Ines from Making the Band. Watching him do, like, when they were doing the Making the Band thing and watching him battle on there, it was just awesome. It was just like one of those things, like, it was definitely influential.
So, battle rapping, you say you were good. What hood will claim you? What's the name of your hood that claimed you when you battle rapped?
Uptown. I'm from Uptown, baby.
Like, what street? We need to know some details because I'm not from Philly. I want to know street names.
Okay. So, like, you know, Lime Kiln Pike, all that. You know, I'm from that area.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's what they know me as.
All right. So, are there any childhood friends that you still rock with to this day?
Yeah. Unfortunately, a few of them passed away. My best friend actually just passed away in 2020. So, you know, RIP to my brother Tyrone. But, you know, I still have a few that I rock out with. And I actually bring them in to help me with, you know, the music too.
Okay. Now, I recently viewed one of your videos. I think it was, I swear, it's high energy. It touches on that you say the battle rap. It kind of give you that little punch in feeling like, hey, I'm gonna still swag out this mixtape vibe for you, do something for my people. It still be mainstream. I think,
Right.
you're one of the most diverse rappers because of the look as well as the creativity. Because your sound was still the same, right?
Thank you.
Now, when you get in the studio and you catch a vibe, how do you make sure your track always represents you?
I don't think that hard. Don't overthink it. I don't even try to keep like, oh, this song is just for this audience to this audience. I let the people decide what they gravitate to. That's how I keep it organic.
Looks like we have a comment from Philly Wonder Woman. It says, when I was on Clubhouse, men and women was like, Bandit is the truth. Can somebody bring him on? I'm not too sure what the ending of that would be, but that's the end of her statement. What are they
Uh-huh.
talking about? Were you on Clubhouse and you got some, roses, or what was it like?
Yeah, I always get love when I'm brought in on those type of sites. Yeah, you know, I just like to drop game. I just want to influence the youth and just show them better, and they love it.
Mm-hmm. Now, Vanda, this is one of my personal questions, right?
Okay.
What is your ethnic background?
Wow, that's a good question. I'm black, white, and Puerto. I'm not black, white, and Puerto Rican. I'm playing. I'm black. Everybody thinks I'm Rican. No, I'm black, white, and Jamaican.
Awesome. So, what is one of your favorite food dishes as your Jamaican ethnicity?
I'm gonna go with a beef patty, of course.
What
I
do you
can
put on your
eat.
beef patty?
I can eat a beef patty. I can eat some curry chicken. Some rice. Yeah.
No question. Do you put your beef patty inside of some cocoa bread?
However they make it. I'm not no chef. I just
Oh,
go to the
okay.
Jamaican store
Just
and
curious.
yeah, no, I'm not no chef. I eat out every day.
Uh huh.
Bad habits, bad habits.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
But yeah, that would be my favorite dish as far as Jamaican. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
But
Now,
I eat a lot of Italian food and I love Japanese food. Like I could live at the hibachi.
I can rock with that. I can rock with that. Now, tell me, what is your top celebrity crush?
Top
You only
celebrity.
get one pick.
Sheesh.
We'll do five. We'll do five.
Man, I see it's hard because they
From
don't look
childhood to now.
they don't look that good anymore though. So it's kind of hard. Like all my crushes, kind of as a kid. Now that I see them, I don't think they're that cute.
Oh, who
Um,
is it? I gotta know.
yeah, like I just don't. They're not that anymore. But um, damn.
That's kind of rough, Bandit. Are
I,
they in their 70s or like, come on now?
no, they just don't. They don't look that. I mean, I would say Megan Good. Um, who else? Kyla Pratt. Hmm. Who else? I did like Raven Simone. I just liked her goofiness though, even though she don't like guys. but yeah. but I did like her as a kid. I ain't gonna lie.
It's all good. It's all good.
And I can't think of nobody else right now at the top. Like I don't know.
Hmm. Hmm. Now, your beard is well groomed. What is a product that you use so that everybody can know how they can get their beard just like Bandit?
Oh, mango butter.
Okay.
I use mango butter. A lot of Cantu products as far as like the shampoo, conditioner, and all that. Cantu, I need to check now. I need y'all to. I need y'all to cut me a check.
Bandit Rapper has endorsed Cantu. He wants his
Yeah,
money.
yeah. I'm
I
gonna
like
need
that.
that.
I mean, I'm sure you could probably, open up at one of their events. They do have a lot of featured endorsed shows and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're gonna
Now,
have to make that happen.
I want to talk about your go-to outfit when you're on the red carpet. What do you look for? Like, what you go in your closet like, this is going to kill it.
Um, so I got to do black pants. I can never do like jeans and Like even if it's black jeans, I gotta do black. Um, the top I would have to do either a button up. It's gotta have some type of pattern on it. A few chains underneath it. You know, show the chest tats and all that. And then with the feet, it got to be a foreign shoe. It got to be like some Giuseppe, some Fendi. You know, I'm real big on that type, and that's it.
Okay.
That's about it. And make sure my shades are right. I gotta have a nice pair of Gazelles
Uh-huh.
or something like that.
Uh-huh. Now, your medallion that you wear, I've seen it in the videos, the photos. Tell me about it.
That's my mom. She passed away when I was 8,
Okay.
and you know, I just like to keep her with me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So were you raised by your father or you had an uncle?
Well, yeah. After my mom passed, my dad pretty much, you know, took care of me and you know raised me to be the man that I am today.
Mm-hmm. Now, knowing your mom from, as a young child, what is something you remembered about her?
Well, my mom was very sick. She had sickle cell,
Okay.
so a lot of my memories was like every other week she was in the hospital. But my good memories were I remember watching Michael Jackson on TV. I remember they had the cartoon. Do you remember the Jackson 5 cartoon?
Not necessarily. I'm still
That
looking.
might be before your time. Yeah,
Or I ain't had cable. Like, you don't
you're a
know.
baby. You're a baby. But yeah, I remember them having a cartoon, and I would watch it. And when Michael would come on TV, I would always say, you know, I'm gonna do that. Like I would run around the house, you know, trying to sing and dance and all that. And you know, I spoke it into existence.
And what would your mom say?
She just believed in it. You know,
Yeah.
my mom and dad were like very different. My dad's a militant, strict, stern, clean cut type of guy. My mom was more of a, you know, let him, you know, express himself.
I got you. So is there something you remember about your mom, like maybe a perfume, her favorite like robe she wore around the house, something she cooked?
My mom was into fashion so deep. Like it was just so many dresses. She was just that type of person. And you know, I can't remember like any perfumes or anything. Like
Okay.
I was young. She passed when I was 8, so
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to remember certain things when it comes to that.
I understand. Okay. So you got your creative fashion side from your mom. Letting you
Correct.
be a free spirit, right?
Right.
Okay. Okay. So what you sipping on?
Right now, I have peach Ciroc with a little bit of tropical juice in there.
And once again, he wants his check.
Did he call me? Did he call me? What's crazy is one of the first big studios I recorded at was actually Diddy Studio. I used to record over there at Diddy Studio, and one of the first major artists I met was Mario Winans, and he was in a session with Cassie and Nicki Minaj. And I'll never forget that day. I'm walking to the bathroom. I left out my session to go to the bathroom, and I ran into Nicki. It was just awesome, you know.
Okay. So you're not the type to be like, oh my gosh, a celebrity. This was like, how long ago was this? What,
Like,
2013, 12, 14?
yeah, it was like, yeah, it was about 10 years ago.
I got you. Definitely. Now, anything you want to add to let people know where they can find you on social media or anything you have coming up next? You never really mentioned that you were involved with the BET Awards. That was probably one of your accomplishments you probably failed to mention.
Oh, man, I'll be having so much.
Because I know you feel like this is me and I'm supposed to be there, but people need to know, your progression as an independent artist.
Yeah. You know, my connections with Viacom, they've been very, very great to me. They played a lot of my music on BET Jams. You know, and right now, I'm more so focused on the next step for me is really the Grammys. I need to be at the Grammys this year. Hopefully, they have them. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's good to let everybody know because, you're doing this as an independent and, you're putting your effort in. You have your team.
Yeah. I'm even though I'm signed to a major, I'm still independent. Sony just distributed the music, and I do what I do.
Mm-hmm.
They gave me full control over everything that I have going on.
Yes.
Which is a blessing. You know, a lot of artists don't have that option.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Anything else you want to add before we close out tonight at Q&A Live?
Yeah. You know, aside from me being an artist, I do A&R work. I'm working with a kid named Rico. He's out in Pittsburgh. They're doing the Welcome to Steel City, and also I've got some acting stuff coming up. Shout out to my guy Nakia Dillard. Um, yeah, like it's so much stuff going through my head right now. I'm sorry, but yeah, you know, shout out to them, and you know, I just want everybody to have a blessed year. I know 2020 was real crazy for everybody, and hopefully this year we get through that and we make this year better.
I agree. And make sure y'all check out Paradise when it's released. Make sure you follow Bandit on all his platforms. I appreciate your time tonight here at LAWDIWOOD Q&A Live.
Appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
Have a good evening.
All right, the same.